Here in the New York City skyline, something strange is happening. These giant apartments have been vacant from the market all over the city, and it looks like with protests, a massive pendulum shift is forming right through the city.
1,000 households facing eviction each year in housing court,
where tens of thousands of apartments are becoming dilapidated across the city, and more still under collapse throughout New York City. With lawsuits flying through the legal system, is New York City crashing the housing market?
Full year it's sat vacant because the landlord says it needs $50,000 worth of renovations just to bring it up to code.
Landlords allowing rent-stabilized apartments to remain vacant for a number of years.
But a new law signed in June only gives him leeway to recoup about $10 a month.
We will not be silent.
But as it slowly begins to fill up, the city is eyeing other locations where migrants can be housed, including a converted mail warehouse at JFK.
Our research starts on landlord lawsuits, like this one, and these, from large lobbying organizations like this one. They don't look that bad at first, but when you zoom in, you realize these landlords must be rolling back years of tenants' rights, regulations, and protections. One representative saying he pukes when he thinks of tenant rights. Gross. Landlords say they are being targeted by renovating because of a law.
2019 or 2019 law.
Since 2019, many such renovations have been unaffordable for landlords.
We head to the Lower West Side of Manhattan and pull up some shocking images from apartments in the area. Most of these apartments seem to have degraded so within the last 5 years. The Housing Stability and Tenant Protection Act, it's quite fascinating to see the color of a city change. Leaders' reports show you that it's not working perfectly as planned.
A just-released report says that more than 13,000 apartments sat vacant for at least 2 years.
The wall of lawsuits and letting apartments be run down is a massive strategic project run by the landlords of New York City. It's meant to redirect several official New York City goals away from tenant rights, specifically decrease permitting, incentivize construction, and increase New York City's rental supply. To do that, the project wants to transform New York City into a construction company's dream. Traditionally, permitting in New York City has mostly happened due to the history of building collapses and out-of-code disasters. The bold and honestly unrealistic housing plan, Manhattan Plan and City of Yes initiative of Eric Adams and Kathy Hochul is a massive construction initiative run by the New York City and New York State government. It's meant to achieve several official goals: new apartment construction, reduce New York City's dependency on poorly maintained housing, create jobs, and improve the city's overall affordability. To do that, the project wants to create almost 500,000 new homes into the next decade. Today, most new housing construction in New York City has mostly happened to the east of the Manhattan Island, Brooklyn. Since the borough is not plagued by as many difficult zoning regulations and long construction timelines, about 40% of New York City's new construction was built in Brooklyn. That's a much larger percentage compared to other boroughs and is the largest contributing borough to reaching Eric Adams' goals. New York City is home to 8.5 million people, more than any other city in America, and by 2050 is expected to reach 9.5 million. The majority lives east of the high skyscrapers on Brooklyn and Queens. It's one of the most densely populated cities in America. Here, people, businesses, and schools are all competing for the same scarce land. Housing demand keeps rising, forcing land to be converted into residential areas. The Manhattan Plan could change that in one stroke. According to a local newspaper, New York City could expand its residential housing unit number by nearly 14% if they reach their bold goal, and the city could certainly use it. Housing security in New York City has been tight for years. 99% of the rental market is occupied, the highest rate in decades. According to Street Easy, 30% more adults live with roommates in New York City than in the United States due to the choice or necessity of affordability.